To say it's been a tumultuous 24 hours in British politics just feels like a classic understatement. Liz Truss's history-breaking reign as PM will be remembered for all the wrong reasons, the shortest of all stints in number 10. Joining me now is GB News host and political commentator Calvin Robinson. Calvin, welcome. 44 days in office. She certainly found an awkward place in the history books, hasn't she?
I know, bless her. She's broke records, but not the ones I think she was hoping for. But it was all a stitch-up from the beginning. They didn't want her. They put her up against Rishi Sunak because they assumed she would lose to Rishi Sunak. They wanted him. And, of course, she won, so they've been forcing her out ever since. For 2 weeks of those 44 days, let's not forget, it was the Queen's funeral and the state mourning, so she didn't really get to do anything as Prime Minister. She's only had 2 weeks in office.
That's right. It was really only 34 days. Like, seriously. Yeah. There are so many Tories staring at the unemployment queue at the moment. They are angry. Here's Conservative MP Charles Walker, just before Truss resigned, expressing his dismay to the BBC.
This is an absolute disgrace. As a Tory MP of 17 years, who's never been a minister, who's got on with it loyally most of the time, I think it's a shambles and a disgrace. I think it is utterly appalling.
So you seem quietly...
I'm livid. And, you know, I really shouldn't say this, but I hope all those people that put Liz Truss in number 10, I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it for the ministerial red box. I hope it was worth it to sit round the cabinet table, because the damage they have done to our party is extraordinary.
Calvin, strong words.
Yeah, so Charles Walker echoes my thoughts, actually. They're messing around with the party, but also they're messing around with the country. We need stability right now, and we need a strong leader to get us through this mess that we're in post-COVID. And I don't think Liz Truss was the right person for that, but I don't think many people do. The problem we have now is that they have to get over a threshold of 100 parliamentarian supporters in order to get put on the ballot paper for the next leadership contest. And the two front runners at the moment who are still here are Penny Mordaunt and, once again, Rishi Sunak, the guy that the establishment want. But, of course, Boris Johnson is talking about making a return. I think he is possibly the only one who could take both of them on, and he could certainly get 100 supporters. However, I would have liked someone who wasn't any of those three. I would have liked Kemi Badenoch or Suella Braverman, someone who's actually a Conservative with actual Conservative values, but we will never see that, unfortunately.
If Boris got in, it would be the comeback to beat all comebacks.
Yes, it would. It would be Churchillian. And to be honest with you, out of all of the people in the party, Boris Johnson is the only one who has a shot of winning the next election. And even that's not a given at this point. Any other person, including Rishi, the one they want, will lose at the next general election to Labour. And Labour are looking at a landslide majority at the moment. I don't think they'll get that. They'll probably get a slim majority. But Labour are on track to win because the Conservatives have thrown this, what was an 80-strong majority, it's currently about 62, I think, thrown it away. But Boris Johnson is the only person possible to win them in an election. So they would be wise to select him. But I personally think, actually, they should select someone else, and they should fail and they should lose because they do not any longer deserve to be in power. And I say that as a Conservative member. It's a great shame. The party needs to start from scratch. It needs destroying.